What is up, space pirates? This is your captain, the Dread Pirate, Dr. Disaster, and boy, this story with Sweet Baby Inc. keeps getting bigger and weirder. The United States government has entered the chat, folks. A U.S. government-funded organization is now coming out against those of us who are noticing what Sweet Baby is up to. Now, despite what these yahoos are trying to claim, we have every right to identify games that are made by a particular company, which is, of course, all that Sweet Baby Inc. Detected is doing. This is the video game equivalent of a list of nutrition facts, in the same way that I should be allowed to know whether or not a food has been made with tree nuts or shellfish. I should also be allowed to know whether or not Sweet Baby worked on a project. What I put into my mind should be just as important as what I put into my body. The gaming community would like to make informed decisions, but the propagandists out there are big mad, including what amounts to the US frickin' government, and they want to shut us up. But we, as a community, have a message for them. Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. My handle there is Dr. Disaster1. But let's have a gander at the big news here today. This article is found on the website Bounding Into Comics. It says, U.S. government-funded nonprofit Take This responds to Sweet Baby Inc. backlash by calling on video game industry to clearly and unequivocally denounce GamerGate. In response to the recent discourse surrounding the work of the aforementioned narrative consultation company, the mental health in video games centric nonprofit organization Take This has called on both players and the industry at large to clearly and unequivocally denounce GamerGate, a 501c3 nonprofit founded in 2014. Take This describes itself as a mental health organization providing comprehensive resources, support, and consultation tailored for the unique needs of the game development community.
What are you trying to convince me of exactly? That you're as useless as an asshole right here?
Now, I've got to say, I don't think there has ever been a more narrow and useless organization that I have ever heard of. Having been founded in 2014, that tells us that they were created in response to the original GamerGate, and I promise you that in their existence, they have never accomplished a damn thing that I would consider even remotely useful or important. And as a United States citizen, it pisses me off that they would be using my hard-earned tax dollars to help fund this. But let's continue. Far from a minor entity within the industry, a number of noted figures are counted among the company's governing board members and officers, including Bethesda Marketing Vice President Pete Hines, Ubisoft Vice President of Global Diversity and Inclusion, Rashi Sika, and PlayStation's Head of Global Portfolio and Acquisitions, Christian Svensson.
Traitor!
Remember the names, folks. Bethesda, Ubisoft, and PlayStation are involved in this crap. Spend your dollars wisely. In terms of its ties to the United States government, per a public disclaimer on their various white papers, their work is funded as part of an official Department of Homeland Security research project known as Disrupting Video Games-Based Radicalization Through Collaborative Cross-Sector Networks. This joint project from the Center on Terrorism, Extremism, and Counterterrorism, Take This, and anti-disinformation AI developer Logically seeks to develop a shared framework for understanding extremism in games. Reads the project's official proposal abstract as seen on its official funding application. This includes the development of a set of best practices and centralized resources for monitoring and evaluation of extremist activities, as well as a series of training workshops for the monitoring, detection, and prevention of extremist exploitation in gaming spaces for community managers, multiplayer designers, lore developers, mechanics designers, and trust and safety professionals. So they're spying on us, is what I'm hearing. My own government is spying on me when I play games because, as usual, they hate their own citizenry and they think we are awful. But now that we know who they are, let's look at what they've done. We're gonna skip down to here where it says, running to defend Sweet Baby Inc. amidst the ongoing sunlight being shown on their operations. Take This published a blog post on March 11th asserting, if you're reading this, you've probably been hearing about what's now being called GamerGate 2. It's the latest targeted harassment campaign within the game industry, and it's aimed at Sweet Baby Inc., a Montreal-based narrative development studio. Alright, time out. First of all, they are full of shit all the way up to their eyebrows. This is not a harassment campaign. Sweet Baby Inc. Detected is a list of products that Sweet Baby has worked on. If this is harassment, then the Surgeon General warning on a pack of cigarettes would have to be considered harassment of Marlboro, because Sweet Baby Inc. Detected serves as a similar warning to consumers. But most importantly, I have to point out the absurdity of this overall situation. The United States government, my government, has taken my own money and they are funding this company, which is now speaking on behalf of a foreign company because, of course, Sweet Baby is Canadian and they are essentially condemning me and spying on me, a citizen.
This is intolerable!
The rest of the article now describes how Take This urges all of the gaming developers to not worry about their bottom line and to revolt against the customer base and take a stand against Sweet Baby Inc. Detected. But I don't recommend that action, not if they don't want the entire industry to collapse. Because here's the thing about gamers, most of us have an absolutely massive backlog of titles that we own but haven't gotten around to playing yet. I, personally, have no problem with not buying games any longer. I would probably be good to go for like 10 years without buying anything new. And even then, I could always replay Skyrim for the 40th time.
We don't need you.
AAA developers have nothing to threaten us with here, folks. Even if they got Sweet Baby Inc. Detected taken down, it would create an even larger shitstorm of negative attention. They need us way more than we need them. But I will leave it there. What do you make of this news that an arm of the US government is joining the fray? And how massive is your personal backlog of games? How many years could you go without buying anything new? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty